Things got off to a kind of a bumpy start from the beginning. I counted 7 or 8 false start penalties just in the first half. That puts you guys in a tough spot really from the get-go.
You know, I'm absolutely disappointed in our performance tonight. There's not a whole lot of there's a lot of positives, but I'm just really disappointed because these are things we do in practice. We work on going off to at least half of our practices on the offense is going on 2 or 3. So these are things we practice all the time. We practice situational offense. So these are things we've exposed our offensive guys to, which just really disappointing is we didn't perform tonight. We didn't get it done. You know, I mean, we had penalties in the worst possible time that stalled our drives, and it's just been an issue we've had all season. You know, just a mental focus. You know, and it's just really disappointing to me because these aren't characteristics of our past teams. Our past teams, you know, we've always been, you know, blue collar, work hard, outwork our opponent type, you know, players. And in the last couple seasons, what's really characterized us is execution. We've executed and had, you know, and not had penalties. And this season, penalties have been the bane of our existence. You know, we continue to hurt ourselves. You know, our offense is designed to get us in 3rd and 2. We get to 3rd and 2, and then we have a penalty. Now we're back at 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and then we're forced into situations to do things that we're not very good at, which is pass the ball. You know, we spent enormous time, you know, this summer, implementing a pass game, and it just has not materialized on the field. And so that's just, you know, I'm just really disappointed, you know, in myself as a coach and my team and our execution. You know, it's just at that point where we can take the horse to water, but we can't make the horse drink. And that's where we're at. We practice these things every day in practice. You know what I mean? I can tell you we've had probably at least 100 reps on 2 this whole week. You know what I mean? And we just still continue to have these mistakes and these setbacks, and they're killing us.
You get behind 8-0, you score a touchdown, it's 8-6. Then they get another touchdown, you get another one back, but you can't get the 2-point conversions. You missed all 3 of them tonight, and 4 of them.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
You know, the thing about it is just, again, it's the execution. You know, we get sacked on 2 of them. 2 of them we have pass plays. And then one of them, I think we fumbled the snap. It was execution errors all night. You know, generally, we're really confident we can get the 2-point conversion. But tonight, you know, we just didn't execute. We had, you know, our starting center got hurt, so our backup center had to come in. So we had snap issues. I think we had probably 4 or 5 snaps.
There were 3 in a row, yeah.
And we had fumbles, you know what I mean? And that again kills our execution. And, you know, it's just like I said, it's very disappointing because these are things we practice, these are things we hang our hat on, and we just didn't execute tonight. You know, and like I said, it goes back to that horse thing. Take the horse to water, I can't make him drink. You know, we practice all, you know, this is the 3rd year we've run this offense. You know what I mean? Power, counter, and trap wedge are our base, and we're still struggling with the execution. And, you know, we're just going to get back to work and continue to work on our fundamentals until we can execute properly in the game.
Appreciate it. On the road in a district game like this.
It's just great. Anytime you can steal one. This is a tough district this year. A lot of traveling. It's spread out, you know, throughout northern New Mexico. So anytime you can get something on the road, it's a plus. I
know, again, you and I talked a little bit about Julian Nino and his 3 touchdowns, and just you've been waiting for him to kind of have that game this season.
This was a game. Him and Zero JJ.
JJ
It's one or the other. They're both scouted. They're the workhorses on our team. We'll ride who's hot. Whoever's hot that night, we'll give them the ball.
You mentioned the district, and of course Navajo Prep off to a fast start, 4-1. You got to go there in a couple of weeks. Talk about what you know of them and just what that means in this district race.
We played him in the state playoffs last year, and we played him.
Hutchinson,
right. 2 years ago, we played him as well. So we surprised him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think we scored 70 points on him.
Yeah.
Last year they have numbers. We have 15 kids. You know, a couple hopefully coming back soon. So I think it'd be a little different if we had a few more subs in there, but we're due. We try to slow down the ball a little bit and just try to kill clock.